everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. Today I am here with my first ever recommendation video. I've been nervous to do these and I don't know why, because I know you guys don't care and you love my videos regardless, but it's nerve-wracking to put together a list of favorites and then be afraid to leave something out. It's also really hard to compile favorites when I'm still doing so much to read through different diverse genres and categories of books, and I'm afraid that the next book I read might be a favorite that I want to put on the list, so I just keep putting them off. But the thing is, that's never going to change, so at some point I need to just say, I'm gonna make the video, and when I'm ready for an update, I can update it. So there may be more than one of these videos. I'm sure there will be, because I'm hoping to read so many more and continue to grow my love of different genres of books. But I am starting off with some diverse reads. So I am really excited to share with you some of my more diversified favorites. Diversified favorites. Yep. So these are just some books that include diversity in many different ways. It could be race, it could be religion, it could be sexuality, and I've noticed that a lot of the books that I have are diverse in terms of sexuality and not necessarily other areas, especially not necessarily religion. I try to diversify in race, but if you have any diverse recommendations, definitely let me know down below. I'm always looking for more. I have a couple that are on a TBR for an upcoming month that I'm hoping to get to. Also, just know that I do my best to include diverse reads in every month's TBR, so you can always check out my Goodreads. I'm going to add a diverse reads category on Goodreads, and I have not yet, but I need to go through and start to categorize them so that you guys can find them more clearly when you go to my Goodreads page. But for now, we're just gonna get started. I have a stack ahead of me in no particular order, so I'm just going to pull whatever's on top. And the first one that I am pulling is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. Now, this one is not necessarily like overly diverse in too many ways, but what's special about this book is the setting. This is a European setting with tribes of people of color. It's more Middle Eastern based, Roman based, Greek based, but it's got a different feel than your clean cut white America. There is definitely a lot of mythology pulled from different areas, and I appreciated that about this book. It's so rich and so raw and so real. It's such a great book. I loved it so much. This was a Java and the Librarian's Book of the Month, and I will link above the live show that we did talking about this because everybody agreed this does not feel like a debut novel. This is so well written. Next up is Arian Dante. I do really love Arian Dante. A lot of people have mixed feelings about this book. I think you either love it or you don't. This is not a fast-paced, like tons of stuff happens, plot-driven book. This is very character-driven, but I happen to really like the characters. This is about two teenage boys discovering that they have romantic feelings for each other, past friendship, and parents that are really involved and really supportive, kind of guiding them to realizing that it's okay. Everything about it is great. It's so cute, and I love it. I love it a lot. Next up was a more recent read for me, and that is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. Now, I have not read Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, but I want to. I really loved Becky Albertalli's writing in this. This is about Molly. Molly is plus-sized. She has anxiety. Her sister is a lesbian. She's being raised by two moms. She's of Jewish descent. Pretty sure her mother is one of her mothers is African American. In this, Molly is afraid to finally admit feelings for people because she's afraid she's going to be rejected, something that I'm sure we can all relate to. But she has crushes in this book. One of her crushes was a trans character. And Molly is great, and I loved it. It's a good book, and you should read it. You should all read it. Shocker! It's Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. Seanan McGuire's book is short, but it packs a punch. I really liked it. Again, I think this is one of those polarizing books that people either loved or hate it. I really loved it. It has an asexual character in it. I'm pretty sure there are gay characters in this. I'm pretty sure there's a trans character in this. So diverse, and I loved everything about it. Then we have essentially an author, but I only own one of his books, and that is History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. But I also include More Happy Than Not in this. More Happy Than Not is a like sci-fi-ish book. Most of these are contemporary, but this one is about a boy whose boyfriend, well, ex-boyfriend moves across the country, gets a new boyfriend. His ex-boyfriend dies. The new boyfriend comes back and is confronted, and it's a study in grief with gay characters. You'll cry. You're gonna cry so hard. I'm also going to talk about a couple that I don't have in physical copy because I either got them from the library or I read them in audiobook. And that is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas, which is fan-freaking-nominal. I have a whole review of this on my channel. It's non-spoilery, so you can check it out. I'll link that up above. It's amazing. It's a Black Lives Matter movement type of a book, but it's about a girl finding her voice and a community coming together and empowerment, and it's just gorgeous, and everybody needs to read it. Just please read it. Also, the Diviner series by Libba Bray is a magical realism series, but there are openly gay characters and African-American characters and just diversity all around, and I love it, and you should read that as well. I listened to both of those books, The Diviners and The Lair of Dreams, on audiobook and really liked the audiobook version, so if you're interested in reading them, maybe check that out because they are larger. Goodbye Days by Jeff Sentner. Goodbye Days killed me. It was a little bit slow to get into, and then once I did, I absolutely adored it. There is diversity within that book. I'm not gonna like give away all of the different kinds of diversity because it's things that are revealed as you read. So just trust me on that and give it a read and be prepared to cry because the tears. Then I have If I Was Your Girl, about a trans girl who switches high schools. When she switches high schools, nobody knows that she's trans. She's had a very smooth transition. She looks very feminine, so nobody questions it. And then you see her trying to find her place within the school. She's dating, she's got a new boyfriend, she's trying to make friends, kind of maybe keep it secret that she's trans. Obviously that doesn't work, it gets out, and then you kind of just follow her story. It's amazing, its own voices, you should read it. And then I also have And I Darken by Kiersten White. And I Darken is set in an Arab country setting. I am sorry. It's a Vlad the Impaler retelling with the girl being Vlad. There is a love interest who is, I believe, Muslim. There's religious diversity. It's very diverse and I like all of it. I thought it was a really quick audiobook listen. I enjoy the audiobook narration. So if you're looking for something with a little bit of religious diversity, cultural diversity, that would be a good one for you. And then I have two more books that I physically have in front of me, so I'm gonna show you them. Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, which is still back there. This duology is everything to me. I love this series so much. In this book, you follow a cast of characters that go on this epic heist, and the second book follows the aftermath of that heist, and all of the characters in this are super diverse. You've got a plus size character, you've got mental illness being discussed, you've got PTSD and anxiety, you have people that are dealing with the aftermath of abuse, you've got people from different cultures, gay romance. There's everything. So if you have not read these for whatever reason and you're putting it off, I don't know why, trust me, the hype is warranted. Just read it. Like, please read these. Then last but not least was my OwlCrate book of the month, and that is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. That you're dealing with a girl who has anxiety, like crippling anxiety, panic attacks, like social anxiety. You've got a boy who's also dealing with PTSD and grief, and he's got his own kind of like issues. Really beautiful. Do like the take on mental health. I appreciated that. That's another really great one. I know I'm missing some, like I know it for sure. If you have any other really great culturally, racially, religiously diverse books, definitely leave your recommendations down below. That has been my recommendations for this particular video. I am sure there will be a ton more as I continue to try to diversify my reading. Please definitely comment down below again with your recommendations because I love getting them from you guys. I will talk to you in the comments, and for now, that is everything. If you liked this video, give me a big old thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.